What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another, whatever this series is called, where I blow money on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I recently just had an opportunity to buy a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? And I was told that there were so many rares and so many super rares and ultra rares and commons. It was actually on Facebook Marketplace. Dude was just selling a lot of them. But he started with this, and he said, I have this box, and I'll sell it to you for 15. I go over to his house. He lives kind of in a trailer, so I'm just assuming that this is just to get whatever money he can. These are old cards. And he decides, he pulls out this box as well as these cards. And he says, hey, I got 3 structure decks right here, and I got a whole bunch of like thousands of cards. And I say, hey, that's cool. I'm just trying to sell off whatever I can. I'll do the work for you if you just got good cards, whatever. I'm not really here for the amount of cards, right? And so I just kind of wanted to go over what I bought for $40. And yeah, let's get right into it. So first off, I'd like to say I have already gone through these, and there was one good card in it, and it was not super amazing, but I'm not going to sit you through all the boringness. I want you to go through the story with me. So I get there, and this is the box he has, and it's full of, he told me it's all hollows. I come to find out it's not. I have sleeved the cards that I feel are most valuable, but we got Battle Fader, Blue Eyes, White Dragon, or Deep Eyes White Dragon. Here, let's see if I can get some focus in on that. It's a little bit of a light show here. Yeah, not really able to get a good eye look on that. This is Ignis Heat, the True Draco Warrior. We have Shadow Core, number 22 Zyberstein, Destruction Sword, the Fortress Checkpoint. And I have actually gone through every single one of these cards praying that some of them were worth it. And I looked at Dragonic Tactics, and I was like, I know that card. I know it's in Duel Links, and I'm like, oh, it's probably worth something. Nah, it's like worth $2. We got Quiet Life. We have something, Teller Knight. We have Miracle Fertilizer. Just a bunch of interesting cards to really have. And like I said, I did go through every single one of these cards on TCG Player because I was trying to make my money back. And it's not good at all. Now, I will say I'm planning on going back through the commons after the new ban list, because Macrocosmos has just been unbanned, and I'm curious to see if that is worth anything. If I find it, I know it's worth about $7 or $8 if you do find one. Even the commons are worth a lot. But I mean, just look at this stuff. I paid $15 for this. This is what's and there's some interesting. Hey, I had a message about Fabled. When are they coming back? I always like the Fabled designs, but they're just not very good cards at all. You obviously see Naturia and Fabled, so it's coming from that Assault. What is it? Dragonic Assault. And a lot of those cards are just not worth anything at all, really. Space Time Police, Gaga Mancer. Just interesting cards. And I guess he was just looking and he said, let me just put a bunch of... This card is amazing in Duel... I really was amazing in Duel Links. He just put a bunch of hollows together and was like, this is going to be great. And so you're just going through it and you're just praying, you know, let there be a Blue Eyes. Let there be something. No Blue Eyes so far anyway. A couple of Blue Eyes helper cards, whatever you call that. Security block. Yeah. So that's the first half. And we'll knock out the second half of this. Then I want to go over the structure decks And then I'll reveal what's in this. You're not going to be in too much amazement. But we have the Prologue of Destruction Swordsman, Dimension Mirage, and like I said, I've been through every single one of these cards to see if they're worth anything. Now, if you see a card and you go, hey, I'm pretty sure that card is worth something, let me know, because maybe I messed up. Like 3 Volas, and then you get into the gold rares, and some of these are extremely hard to read. I don't know if it's just because of the print or just because these are garbage cards. They look so bad. Cattle Call, and I thought Cattle Call was going to be worth something. It's not. It's worth like 20 cents or something. The cubic cards are just ugly. You can't read them. Why did he have all? See, the problem is, I thought that, he looked older. He looked like he was trying to get out of it. And then I start going through his cards after buy it, and you couldn't look at him. So I start going through his cards, and I'm like, he's not an old player. He just messed me up. And some of these cards are iconic. They're just not like the cubic monsters are. That's a mainline thread of cards, but they're just not any worth. And there's better printings of these, especially some of these gold rares that you just don't even want. And I saw these and I was like, oh, they're going to be worth something. They're like Marshmallow. Nope. So that's the box. Now, if you thought something was worth something and I missed it, let me know. Because like I said, I've went through every single one. And if you want clarity on what version I got of some cards, because some of these cards are reprints of really valuable cards, I can let you know. So he pulls out a box holder, a deck holder, and he says, I have 3 decks. And I'm like, okay. And he said, yeah, these are 3 starter decks. They're the full starter decks. And so I find out that we get the Magician Endymion starter deck. And I think all the cards were here. I can't remember exactly. Pot of Desires is actually a decent card, although I'm pretty sure the printing has made it less and less worth anything. Which, this is a real weird structure deck to begin with. That Endymion card was never good, and so they have completely tried to remake this whole set and make it valuable. And I'm sure when it came out, it probably was a little more. I wasn't playing Yu-Gi-Oh at the time, so I can't really speak on that. But I mean, just. So that was the first deck, and I was like, oh, well, if I have a full deck, if I get 3 full decks, well, that's $30. Well, this deck doesn't actually translate to $30 unless, I priced out every single card. And I'm not doing that. Second deck, yeah, I don't even know what this is. This is just a bunch of weird cards. And again, some of these cards are pretty nice to have. Like, I'm sure you've seen already a lot of cards that were valuable. But this was a Dark Magician set that actually had an ultra rare Dark Magician that came with it that was valued at about $8. And you'll notice as we get further in that there's no Dark Magician with this set. There's a common, but not an ultra rare. And so you're just sitting there like, why do I have this? And I'm not even sure which deck this is. I did look at it when I originally went through it. Well, that's Endymion stuff too, so I have no idea what that is. Okay, cool. Weird deck. And then finally, we get a Dark World deck. And if you've been keeping up with New Yu-Gi-Oh, you know that there's been a recent Dark World deck. And it was cleverly named Dark World. And, it's commons. And maybe these cards are worth something now with the new Dark World deck. I used to love Gravescormer. But, if you want any of these cards, let me know. If you leave a like, comment, and you're following me, I may just send you one of them. And Dark Bribe. I had a Dark Bribe when that card was worth like $30. It is way beyond its prime now. Okay, so we go through the 3 decks. I realize that there's cards missing. I'm hot, so I email him and I'm like, that's not the full set. And he basically said, I don't care. And I finally get a huge box of cards, and I'm not about to go through these because every single one of them is a common. And nothing makes me more mad than when you ask somebody if it's all commons, and they say, no, there's hollows in it. And then it's commons. Tons and tons and tons and tons of commons. Like, I didn't want your trash, man. I really didn't. But that's what I got. So, I call me the trash man. Anyways, that's my Yu-Gi-Oh! Experience for the week. The one card I did get that was valuable was a Grass Looks Greener. I think it was Rage or whatever the $15 card is. And it actually already sold, and that's why I don't have it. I was so upset after I opened this crap that I just spent $40 on. And $40 doesn't sound like a lot to, the big YouTuber, but to me, who doesn't make any money off of this, and I did it for a video, $40 was a lot. So to not get anything except that was the only way I was keeping my peace. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this storytelling, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Yeah, that sounds like what other YouTubers say. Anyway, deuces.